Hello, parents and students. Mrs. Dubé and I wanted to take the opportunity to post a video that explains really exactly what a flipped classroom lesson looks like. All right, so how is it actually structured? Well, in sixth grade here in Peru, our time frame for a class is approximately 60 minutes, 55 to 60 minutes each day. All right, so that's our focus time. We begin first the night before by assigning the video. All right, so the homework at home would be to get on the website, go to my link, Mrs. Dubé's link, access the video, and then watch the video. Now, while students are watching the video, they are focusing on that WSQ process that we've discussed in a previous video and during class time. So when class actually begins that next day, after the video has been assigned, the first 10 minutes of the video, or of the lesson time, would be a chat activity. This is where the students are sharing their summaries and discussing questions that they wrote for the lesson. At this point in time, I would be walking around the room, or Mrs. Reel or Mrs. Dubé would be walking around the room, checking on the summaries. Are they of good quality? Did they hit the key ideas from the video lesson? And did the students form good questions? So we're observing this and recording homework grades while the students are having a good collegial discussion on the topic that was in the video lesson. Now, some of our students don't have internet access, or a broken device at home, or maybe they just had a crazy night and were unable to watch the video. Well, at that point, in the beginning of class time, this is where students would be able to watch the video lesson. So while others are having a conversation, the students that were unable to watch the video the night before or the day before during study hall time would be on the computer watching that video lesson. All right, so after that takes place, I'll have on the board, Ms. Dubé will have on the board, a question called a bell ringer. This bell ringer review usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and it really is a mini lesson, okay, used to answer questions that we feel students had on the video lesson. So this question is displayed. Students will be working independently on this question, and it's a good way for us to check for understanding. Then we spend time going over watching the video, going over the concepts from the video. Now, as students are finishing watching their video lesson, these students that were unable to watch it, this is where they would rejoin the group and participate in the mini lesson. So they're not missing that mini lesson, which is reviewing the video that they just watched. Once we're done that, and we've checked for understanding, and we're confident that the students are okay moving forward, this is where we would get into the group work phase. So we're going to spend approximately each day, and it does vary day by day, anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes of pure work time. All right, so students' work time for practice, application, and collaboration within flexible small groups. I change small groups every chapter. They'll be working with new students every single chapter. So they'll have a group for a couple weeks at a time. During this 30 to 35 minute block of time, they're going to be working on what was traditionally assigned for homework. So these are the practice pages that have a variety of questions based on the standard that is being addressed. Students will be working on this in a small group. Group size is anywhere from 3 to 4 students for each chapter. All right, so this is good group work time. While the students are working within groups, they are being checked on regularly and consistently. So the teacher is checking in with students constantly, redirecting and focusing. So it's our job to move around the room and make sure our groups are functioning appropriately and on task. All right. Anytime we need to stop all the groups at one time, then we would stop and go for some whole group clarification as needed. So if I have 3 groups that are really struggling on one question, I'm going to pause all the groups and we're going to kind of accomplish that task together up on the board and answer those questions to make sure everybody can move forward. The last 5 minutes of each lesson is going to be a teacher wrap-up, reminders. We assign the video homework, and we make sure that that homework is in the planner as well. So this is really what a flipped video lesson, in the classroom looks like on that next day. So it's definitely not just simply watching the video and moving on. It's not an independent, you know, independent study or anything like that. It's definitely building background from the video lesson itself, and then coming in and actually doing the work in school where the teachers are there to help answer questions. And so I hope this just builds some background for everybody involved in the process. And we are all looking forward to a fantastic year in 6th grade. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Mrs. Dubé or myself. We'd be happy to talk and answer any questions that you have. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and I hope everybody has a great evening. Goodbye.